Natasha Sunshine Antonioni with Beauty Snap, a quick tip beauty and wellness site for the modern woman on the go. So right now I am obsessed with the show Masters of Sex, and I just love the transition of her makeup. So in season 2, they're set in the 60s, and she just does this cat eye, really simple, with a red lip and a strong brow. Now I wanted to save us all time, and I put my foundation on, and I used the Tint Skin by Beauty Counter, which I really love, and I applied it with my brush, and it's just a foundation brush so you can go over everything, and it just makes it a really thin layer and not too heavy, but great coverage. So I'm just going to take a peek and see if I need to add any concealer, and I think I just need to tap a little bit of concealer in my eyes, but you can totally skip this step. I found that it was only recently that I started to need concealer under my eyes, which is possibly due to my 3- and 4-year-old, that between the two of them, they wake up at least once a night. So I'm just tapping that in, and I'm going to smooth it over with my brush. Just blend it in a little bit, give myself a pretend freshness. Now I'm using the NYX blotting powder, and I'm just going to tap my brush on there, and then I'm just going to smooth it over my face and get rid of any shine. Now I'm just going to add my NYX Baked Blush, and I went for kind of a softer tone because it's really about the eyes and the lips for this style. Alrighty, I'm just smiling it on there. So just kind of a soft blush so that I have a little bit of balance for the face. I'd like to go for a red lip. She does this cat eye, and she does a red lip, and she does a strong brow. I'm taking my Rochelle Ray lip pencil, and it's kind of a berry tone because I want my lip to still feel fresh and modern, okay? So I'm just adding that hint of berry underneath. And I'm going to just line my lips. I'm not going to go on the outside of my lip like I do a lot of times because red will tend to bleed out. And you also want to start by making sure that you have a lot of good powder around your lips. Okay, so you might want to just add a little bit of powder around the lips and then go ahead and line it just slightly inside the line. Okay, that becomes my primer for my lipstick. I just love these Revlon Color Bursts. I like them so much because they're, again, a stick, so you're able to apply it, and it just has the right amount of moisture so that your lips feel softened, which I really need right now because they're dry from the sun, but they won't bleed. So this is kind of great for a darker lip especially. So I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna go over what I just did. Okay, now I feel like I need the eyes, right? So at least I can go a little heavier handed than I'm used to. So next I'm gonna move to my eyebrows. Now she wears her eyebrows really strong, and if you watch the show in the first season, her character is sort of building up. She's powerful, but in the second season, it's sort of like she's found her own, and you can see it in her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are strong, they're powerful, they're saying, I'm not afraid to like show myself off. Now I'm gonna use a brown pencil, and this is just an Urban Decay, actually eyeliner, and it's a little bit rounded down. I've used it a bunch, and that's actually perfect. I don't want it to be too sharp because I want it to still look like a strong natural brow, okay? Now I'm always going to go with the movement of the hair. So I'm going to start in at the front, and then I'm just gonna feather it towards the center. That I want a little bit of height right here, and I don't actually naturally have that, so I'm gonna just go in and add a little bit right in there. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Next, I'm going to use a brow mascara, and I usually use a blonde, so I have the darkness underneath. I'm gonna go on top of it, and the reason I love a brow mascara is because the brush makes it look like hairs, right? Instead of penciling it in. It just makes it like kind of a cheat. And then I can also shape my brows where I want them to go. So I want them to arch up a little bit higher, and then I'm gonna sculpt them down. Now sometimes when you go get your brows done, especially if they wax them, they tend to cut them really short. What I don't like about that is that it doesn't leave you any room to kind of sculpt them. So with the hairs being a little bit longer, like mine are, it allows me the flexibility of sculpting the hairs where I want them. What made the eyes so seductive in the 60s was that they went up. They had that almond kind of arch to them. So when you're looking at yourself, you want to hit about the 3/4 mark of your eye, and then you want to start to move out from there. Okay? So here we go. Okay, so if I close my eye, I don't know if you can see that there's a little space right there because of the crease. So now I have to go in and look up, and then I'm going to fill in that little crease spot. So on my eye, if my eye is closed, it looks like it's going like that, and that's just because of that divot. You may not have that problem, I hope you don't, but in my case I do. So if you have it, now you know what to do. Now I'm going to go into the other eye, and then once I have my base, I'm going to go over it and over it and over it until it's nice and thick and dark. The really big challenge with this makeup is matching the eyes. So it's so important to just keep that mirror that you're looking straight into it. So I have my subtle base. Now I'm going to go over it and heavy. And so I started out in the center and I worked my way to the middle. Then I started on the out and I worked my way in. Now I'm going to start on the out and I'm just going to do heavier pressure and work my way in. Because if I would have just done it, I might be all lopsided, it might be kind of too high or too low. So now I feel safe to kind of dive into it. All right, here we go. Okay, so there we are. Now all I have to do is add my mascara. And when I applied my foundation before we started, I had just hit my eyelashes with the lash curler. So base, middle, ends, base, middle, ends. And now I'm just gonna go as heavy as I can with my mascara. All right, so all you have to do to give it the extra drama is just add a little bit more to your ends. And what you'll find, and this is true with your hair also, is that you have one good side and one bad side. So there we have it, friends. It's a 60s fun, glamorous look for a night out on the town. If you like it, come check us out at beauty-snap.com. You can find us on YouTube at Beauty Snap TV, and you can find us on Facebook at Beauty Snap. We hope to see you there. Bye.